Let's bring them on, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, my people, and welcome to the Sn95 Power Channel. Today we're going to show you how to burp your cooling system. So I am using the iPhone today, so it might sound and look a little different, but let's go over the tools that you need. Not really tools, but some things that you can use to make your life easier. All right, so there's a couple ways you can do this. I have a funnel that I cut and it fits snugly down in there. There's no seal on it, so you will get coolant over spilling right here. So it's not truly keeping, as long as your fill level is higher than the highest point of the engine, which would be here, you'll get all the air bubbles out. The other option, which is a lot cleaner, is a no spill funnel kit. I got this from my local parts store. Super expensive, like almost, with my coupon and 20% off, I think it was $30-something, $38. Super expensive. Go on Amazon, search no spill funnel. You can find these things for like $19. I'm running 50, it's more like 60-40, but I like to throw a little super cooler in here. And I have seen like a 2-degree drop with my mix, that ratio. So basically, you know, you have this little O-ring seat right here, that you get that in there. You want it, and you gotta excuse me, these angles on here. You just want to get this seated, the O-ring seated all the way. So work with that, get that seated, and then you put the lid on. So you get that seated in there, you just slide this piece in and you fill your fluid. Other thing you want to make sure, have the car elevated. Get the car elevated, use your 50-50 distilled water, whatever you're gonna put in here, throw it in there. Make sure you turn your heater on, just so you can get any bubbles that's in the heater core flowing through there. And just get up to temperature and watch your bubbles. Also, what I like to do is, but it's not necessary, I like to have Tuner Pro running so I can monitor my coolant temperatures. Make sure you have that heater going, and then go back out and watch your fuel level. So just make sure that this level is higher than this level, because if this level is not higher than this level, the air can get trapped up in here. So keep on this and pull it as needed. So I have a 190-degree thermostat in here. Like this because it is truly a no spill funnel. I also like to have this handy, so if it starts getting too close to the top, I can suck some of the fluid out. So we're just gonna let this run, let this get up to temperature. Probably let this run for almost 20-30 minutes. Thermostat is not even open yet. So I'm at 164 degrees. And we're getting all this air out of the system. pockets of air, and that would give you problems in your cooling system. So that's my Taurus fan kicking on. 206, cuts off at 198. And it's off. So you should see, you know, you'll still get some bubbles coming out of this system, but you're not going to 100% get all the bubbles out. But you do want to have it in the air. You do want to have it higher than the highest point of the cooling system. And then you just let physics do its job. Just let the car run until you feel comfortable enough that you think you got enough air out of the system. And so you do this, you take it for another ride, and if your temperatures haven't stabilized, quote, stabilized, you have to determine that. But I know this car had it. I know I had this radiator off over the winter, and I never correctly burped it. So I know I had a lot of air pockets in here, so I know how it should run with a burp cooling system. So I'll do this one time, and if it doesn't work, I'll do it again and do it again until I know how the car should react in a hot day. So I'm gonna let this continue to run for another 5 minutes, and then I'll show you how to take this off. So you have to be very careful because this coolant is over 200 degrees. So I'm not gonna do this while holding the camera, but you wanna stick this down here all the way. This will plug any flow of coolant coming into here. You kind of like twist this lid and pull up, and you just set it in some kind of container or something like that. So let me do this, and I'm not going to film it because I don't want to burn myself. So that's all. Make sure you have some gloves or something to protect your hands because you don't want to burn yourself. Take that off with the radiator cap on. That's it. You know, the system is burped. Is it truly a no spill kit? No, it's not, because some fluid did come out. But if I didn't have this no spill kit, then this amount of coolant could have spilled on the floor. And so the only thing I do now is just hold this with one hand, twist this and pull up, and all the fluid will drain into here. And you can use this for another time. So that's it on this no spill kit. I think it's actually worked. Even though I spent almost $40 on it, it's still worth it. Like I said, you can go on Amazon, just search no spill funnel, and there's a whole bunch of different like vendors who have this thing. So what else can you do to get rid of the overheating woes? Well, there's a couple of things. For one, you can get rid of the stock radiator. You can also get rid of the stock radiator cap, and you can upgrade your cooling fan. So what I have here is a Taurus fan that I modified to go on this 2-core radiator. So you might say, why only a 2-core and not like a 3-core? Well, the difference being is every core radiator is not made the same. You might have a 3-core radiator with little small 1/4-inch tubes in it, where this one, the tubing, and when I say tubing, that's like what the coolant flows through, and this heat exchanger flows through. Those coolant tubes are 1 inch. So you have more fluid transfer, and you know, that's just more coolant flowing through the heat exchanger. The other, I think, just as important thing is the fan itself. Now, the Lincoln Mark 8 is a very popular fan that people will swap over on a multitude of cars. This is a Taurus fan. It flows very nice. It's slimmer than the Mark 8 fan. I actually have a Mark 8 fan that I modified to fit in a 97 GT shroud. And I'm just gonna show you this quick video of me testing this Taurus fan, the modified Mark 8 fan, and a stock 97 fan. First up is the stock GT fan. low speed. GT fan, high speed. Don't know if this is a true 2-speed fan. This could be a variable current. Modified GT fan with Mark 8 motor, high speed. And here we have the Taurus Fan. So those are the fans. This, like I said, this radiator is by a company called Cold Case. It's allegedly a made in the USA radiator. The build quality is a lot better than the SVE. I had an SVE radiator and I returned it. Well, actually, I think I sold it. I didn't return it. It was a 3-core, but you know, if I was to take this cap off and look down inside the fins of that old SVE radiator I had, the fins were like pinched. They weren't uniform as compared to this one, which is, like I said, allegedly a American-made one. The tubes are uniform. There's no pinching of the tubes. They don't have like the little, if I can show you, it's like almost like a little speed hump that they have brazed into like the SVE radiator tube. So this is overall just a better radiator, and it matters, you know, especially with your cooling system. Like my turbo Mustang never gets over 206 degrees. My fan kicks on at 206 and it turns off at 198. And while I'm cruising, I have enough airflow in the front of the car. I've got some air dams up in there also, so I don't have an issue with the car overheating as I'm cruising. So it just depends on your tune. Your fans aren't going to cut on, I think, above 40 or 35 miles per hour. So, you know, if you have poor air transfer in the front of your car, then, you know, if you're in that 30, 45 miles per hour range and you have some overheating problems, your fan isn't gonna cut on at that temperature. But that's all in the tune. But definitely spend some money on a radiator. Definitely make sure you burp your system. This is I think a 16 PSI radiator cap. It makes a difference having a quality radiator cap. All the little things add up to have a good functioning cooling system. So I hope this video helps you out. And if you haven't already, tell a couple of friends about the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave me a comment of your cooling system setup, or if you're having some issues with cooling system, leave it in the comments, and I'm sure somebody might be able to help you out the group, out the community. So appreciate your time, and God bless.